Way back before, when I first started playing Garden Warfare 2, I always thought that the basic good characters were the best. For the scientist class, this was no different. I always thought that chemist, paleontologist, and computer scientist were the best, but that can't be the case much longer for me, as I'm going to present a scientist much better than all three of those characters. Base scientist. I know, it sounds crazy. He shoots at a slow speed, his reload time is mediocre, and you don't even have to try to unlock him. So why is he better? Well, let me tell you. For starters, the first thing I'll show you is his damage. He sure does shoot slower than most scientists, but he deals a whopping 70 damage a shot without his damage upgrade. He also has the highest amount granted by a damage upgrade, giving him an extra 7 damage equivalent to 77 damage a shot. Let's compare this to computer scientist. I will be using a Garden Warfare 2 stats website, so if you're interested in fact checking yourself, I will leave the link to it in the description. Right away, as you can see here, base scientist already has a higher DPS than computer scientist who shoots and reloads faster than him. He also beats computer scientist in shot damage, impact damage, spray damage, and spray DPS. Another factor is that base scientist without ammo upgrade only holds 5 shots, while computer scientist holds 6. He has 1 less shot and still beats computer scientist in those categories. All other categories are beaten by computer scientist, but you also have to remember that computer scientist is considered to be the best scientist in the eyes of many people, and the sheer fact that base scientist can even beat him in multiple categories is already better than most people would have expected, let alone the categories being DPS and direct damage. If I compare every other scientist with him, he beats every single one except for marine biologist in the DPS category, coming in second place for highest DPS by any scientist. He also comes in first place with direct damage. With the ammo situation, you can see that he has the lowest amount of ammo out of every scientist, tied with Dr. Toxic. This just goes to show that him, without having a lot of ammo, is still a very solid DPS and direct damage character. Also, one more note to mention is that even with all the best upgrades equipped for each character, the stats are mostly similar and don't really affect the ones without upgrades. Now, I know, some scientists like paleontologist and computer scientist have something special about them like fire damage or a super meter, making them hit more damage. But base scientist beats out paleontologist's fire damage in one shot and doesn't need a super meter to be dealing as much damage as he already does. Every character has their own use like chemist. He's used for spread damage and dealing with large groups of enemies. Base scientist is best used either by himself with heal station or going in with another beefy teammate like All-Star. Mostly every single plant has 150 health or lower, meaning that with a damage upgrade and praying corns don't have a health upgrade on, you could 2-shot almost every single plant. Even with Citrons, this only goes up to a 3-shot even if they have health upgrade on, and with Torchwood and Iron Citron, they are 4 shots, which is still an incredibly low amount of shots, and in my opinion, pretty easy to pull off as long as they don't EMP you or Blazing Blast you. You also have a heal station and a heal ball, so if you get on any hard times, you have a lot of healing. I think that a lot of people think that just because a character is given to you at the start of a game or isn't hard to get, they suck. I just don't think this is the case. Obviously, base scientist is not the best scientist, but I do think he is top 3. The fact that people think he isn't as good as some other scientists really makes me a little bit sad, since I have actually gotten most kills in many games with just base scientist. I recommend you try him out sometime and tell me your own personal thoughts on him.